Good morning once again. And subject is your software engineering lab. Okay. And first of all, we will overview the subject and the content that we will study in our software engineering lab. What type of software we will use and what practical we will perform in this lab part that I will show you the syllabus of your lab part. Then on that content, we will perform our practicals. Okay. And your subject code of your software engineering lab is ACCS 16509. And first practical that we will perform, that is on OpenProj. And OpenProj is your open project. That is a tool. Okay, that is a software that we will use to perform our practical. And in this tool, we will make a project plan, or we will draft a plan. Okay, how we will install this OpenProj. This is an open source software. You can download from internet. You will write on a browser OpenProj download, and you can go to a download link of an OpenProj and download that link. I will show you how it's look like, how its interface is. Okay, then how it works, that I will show you. You can download it free. Okay, the first practical that we will perform is on OpenProj, and the content that we will place in this OpenProj is, that is to draft a project plan. Okay, the practical is study and uses of OpenProj or a similar software to draft a project plan. Similar software means we are using a OpenProj software only. OpenProj is open project, and this is your project management tool. Project management. In this, we will manage our project. And management, how they perform, what are the responsibility of manager, project manager, is to plan the software, then divide their tasks to different developers, and what resource we will use to develop a software that we will plan. That all done by a single software, and that software is your OpenProj. And after that, when we will divide a task, we will use that resources by different tasks. The second practical that we will perform is study and uses of OpenProj or similar software to track the project. Okay, to track the progress. Means we are performing some task, we are making some project or developing an code, and how much code we will develop from today to up to Sunday or up to Monday, that is coming Monday. That is the track of the progress. Means I am the manager. I am provided resources to a software developer. My team is developed there. I have divided the task between my team, and how much work that team have performed, that is the track of the progress. Okay, that will be maintained. Then there is a preparation of SRS. SRS is your software requirement specification, and this is the document. Means if I have given a task to my team members, okay, then they will make a document, how they perform that task, what requirement they use, what type of resources they use to develop that task, and how much time it will be taken by them. Okay, that all should be designed and mentioned in your SRS, and SRS stands for software requirement specification. And for this, we will using a tool that is OpenProj. Okay, and next practical is to design your case tools. Okay, case tool is computer aided software engineering. CASE stand for Computer Aided Software Engineering Tool. And in this, we will perform some diagrams. We will draw some diagrams, and that diagrams are your DFD diagrams, that is data flow diagram. How your software works, that will be shown a graphically image. One process is process his task and forward to second, like your login page. First of all, you will log in your page of your application or any web application, then goes to next page, then goes to next page, and we will show that process in a diagram. And that is our second concept, and you can say that that is your next practical, and that we will perform in a tool that is a Microsoft Visio. The tool name is Microsoft Visio, or it can be drawn on a smart draw. And these tools are used to draw your UML diagrams. UML is Unified Modeling Language, and DFD is data flow diagram. Okay. Next is the third part is your the use of Selenium and JMeter tool. Okay, and these tools are used for your testing part. Okay, first is your OpenProj, where we will plan, draft our project. Okay, then resources are used, what cost estimation will be taken, that all done on your OpenProj. Second is your Microsoft Visio to draw the diagram, how your project works. Okay, diagrammatically we can show, graphically we can represent it. Then we will test the code, the programming code or source code that we have developed using a different language, and we will perform a testing on that. And for that we will using a tool that is Selenium tool and JMeter tool. These are the names of the tool. Okay, we will download, these are the like a simulators. Okay, simulators are there, simulator, or you can say that these are the tools. For using that tools, we will perform a unit testing, integration testing. What does this mean? We will study in a theory part. This is the concept of your testing. These are the techniques to test your source code. Unit testing means different modules get tested. Okay, and integration means you will combine your all module and then test that modules. That is integration testing. Okay, then there is a white box, black box testing. These are the techniques, okay, that we will study in our theory parts. Then there is a website testing. Okay, if we are creating any web application or website, for that there is a different tool to test that code. Okay, then for your risk or to configure your software, for that we will use a tool that is a the tool to use is risk register. Okay, and the name of that tool is your clear risk tools. Okay, these are your tools that will check your configuration of your software, that it is compatible to execute your application or not. Okay, and these all concepts we will perform in our practical lab. The list of software that will be used is your, first of all, OpenProj. OpenProj is your open project, and this is the project management tool. And the first practical that we will perform is on OpenProj. Then to draw your DFD's UML diagram, the software that we will use is SmartDraw or Visio, Microsoft Visio. Okay, to check the testing of your tool, we will perform some type of testing. For that we will use a tool that is Selenium tool. Okay, and part B concept, that the project you will perform after completing all these part A concept, you will perform a small application, and that application is like your university management system. Means you are performing you have developed any software like university management system, On that, you are making your plan, then drawing the DFDs using the different tools. Then there is another application, that is hospital management system, hotel management system, restaurant management system, railway reservation, stock management. These are the examples. You can perform any of this application, and you have to draw your DFDs, UML, and also perform the SRS, that is software requirement specification. Okay, these all concepts we will perform in our lab parts. We will start from our first practical, that is your how we will install OpenProj, and then how we will use this OpenProj tool, that is Open Project. Okay. First, machine exercise is to study and uses of OpenProj or a similar software to draft a project plan. Okay. And what does OpenProj mean? First of all, we have to know what is OpenProj. OpenProj is a open project. Okay. And was an open source project management software application. Okay. This is a software, or you can say that it is a tool, and it is open source. Okay. And this OpenProj is used for your project management, means we are managing our project. If I am the manager, I will manage my project. I will divide that task to develop that project between my team members. Okay. And that management, I will be the responsible to manage all that task, all that resources, and provide salaries to my team member, and complete that task on time, so that I can deliver that product or that software to my customer on time. And if that product or that software should be efficient. Okay, that is the manager responsibility, and that all responsibilities will be go through this software, that is a OpenProj. Okay, Open Project. It has not been updated since 2008. Okay, and this OpenProj is used till 2000, but we are using this tool in our practical work, but it has not been updated since 2018, and it is not supported in some system. This application or this tool is not supported. Okay. Then Serena software asked user to use Project Libre instead of OpenProj. Or if you are using your Ubuntu or Linux product or Red Hat operating system, then you will go for your Project Libre. This is the updated version of Open Project. But if you are using a Windows 7, Windows 10, then you can install this OpenProj. The outdated version can also be installed on your system. Okay. For that, you will got some trial version. Okay, you can install your trial version on your system for performing this practical. We have to go through the overview how this open project works. Okay, when we go in our companies, they have their latest version and the full version of these tools. Okay, for our practical work, we will use only a trial version. Okay, if you have your Ubuntu or Linux, then go for a Project Libre. Okay, if you having Windows, then go for a OpenProj. I am using OpenProj in my system. Okay, this is the open source project management software. Then Project Libre. What is Project Libre? Is the original founder of OpenProj started to develop a complementary cloud version called is your Project Libre. That is in 2012, and comparable to your Microsoft Project Server. for your Microsoft project. And this is the tool used for your Linux product. Okay. And we will use OpenProj only. Then feature of your open project, that is, first feature is we will maintain the task. We will divide the task, which person is performing that task, and what resource they want. Okay. If I am developing any project, or I am the manager, I have created a team of 5 members, I will divide that task between that 5 members. Okay. And what resources they want, that I will provide them. Okay. That all content should be placed in your OpenProj, so that we can make an estimate what that project will cost. Okay. I will make that estimate, and I will give that estimate to my customer, so that he can pay to me. Okay. The feature is, first is to divide the task. Okay. Second is resource management should be there. Resource breakdown structure chart should be there. Work breakdown structure should be there. What type of work I will divide between that team members. Okay. That work breakdown structure should be maintained. Resource breakdown structure should be maintained. Then there is a Gantt chart. Gantt chart is how first task will be complete, that is related to second task. After that, first complete, then second task will be performed. Then third task will be performed. Then fourth task will be performed. That I have divided between my team members. They are dependent on each other, because I have divided that task, and these tasks are dependent on each other. That image, that graphical representation is shown by your Gantt chart. Okay, this is the chart which represent your graphical representation, how your task will be dependent on each other. Okay. Then second last is your PERT chart. That is, PERT stand for Project Evaluation Review Technique. Okay. PERT is Project Evaluation Review Technique. Then we will review that project or that task, that resources. Okay. So that we can make a proper progress of our project, and to maintain the cost. Okay. Your project that we are developing, or if I am the manager, I am developing that project, then I have to manage that project should be developed between that cost that I have told to my customer. Okay. Between that cost. So for that, I have to take that review, and this is the graph, that the name is Project Evaluation Review Technique. Okay. PERT chart or PERT graph. Through this, we can track our project, that the project is going the same way that we have planned. Okay. Then there is earned value cost, means the estimated that cost I have uh, told to my customer, and the cost profit that I have earned after developing that project and handed over to that customer. That cost estimation should be there. Okay. And I have also pay to my developer also, team members also. Okay. That all responsibilities should be maintained by a manager, and all that planning, drafting is performed on your open project. Okay. And there are, when we will open that module or your project, the first field is to divide the task. Okay. To divide the task. What does task mean? Task is the job. Tasks are the building block of project management, and these are the building blocks, means these are the jobs, means these are the walls First of all, we will make the wall, then we will construct our home. Okay, and these are the building blocks. Then a task must have a definite start date, definite end date. Okay. Next point is a task can be assigned to one or more people. Means I am dividing the task between the team members. Okay, that is a task can be assigned to one or more people or between developers. A task can have a predecessor and or successor. Okay, means first task performing their work. Without completing a first task, second task cannot be completed or second start cannot be started. Okay, that is the task second predecessor is task one. Means task two is completely dependent on task one. Okay, so that task one is the predecessor of which task? Task two. And task two is successor of which task? That is of task one. That is, a task can have a predecessor or a successor. This create a dependency between a task. Okay, and this will create a dependency. Last point is your we can have a detailed note for every task. Okay, there is a question from Vishal. What does PERT mean? That is a project evaluation review or technique, or you can say the technology. Project or program is same thing. Okay, project evaluation review technique. Okay, now I will perform this task on my tool, that is OpenProj, and this is open source software. You can download from internet, and it may be trial version. You can install that trial version. And I have installed this on my desktop. Wait for a minute. Okay, I will search for Open Project because I have installed this tool on my system, and I will search for Open Project. And this is the icon. Is it visible to you? That is, I am searching that tool, that is Open Proj, and this is the icon. Is it visible? You can message me. I will check it that what version is this. This is the latest. I have installed it yesterday. Okay, I will check it. What version is this? Okay, this is the interface of your OpenProj. Hope you are visible. Okay, huh. Okay. First of all, there is welcome dialog box that welcome to OpenProj. Okay, and they are asking what would you like to do, create a project or open a project. If you are you have an existing project on your OpenProj, you go for open project and give that name. If you are want to create a new project, okay, you have to plan that project, then we will go for a create a project. And after that, here is your new project profile, that what project name is there. If I will write here, the project name is horse, sorry, online shopping, online shopping. Okay. Then manager name is, I will give my name, that is Bhuvnesh. Then the starting date, and starting date is your today, that is 26th of August 2021. Okay, if you want to write notes, you can write, this is optional. Now I will click on OK. Okay. Now this is the complete interface of your OpenProj, and this is your project management tool. Here you will see that this is name. Name means here we will write, these are the columns. Here we will write the task name. Okay. Duration means how much duration will that task will take, their start time, their finish time, and its predecessor. Okay. I will write here a task name or a person name, and I will write here, first of all, I will write that I will, first of all, go for requirement gathering. Requirement gathering means I will collect the requirements from different resources, and duration of that task, what time it will take. And for that, I will go for 2 days. Okay. And I will write here 2 days, sorry, to gather the requirement. Okay. And it will start from 26. Today's date is there. Okay. 26 and finish, it will finish tomorrow. Okay. And I will close here. Check the starting date, that is 26. Okay, this one. And finish date is 27. If I want to change this date, I will go to 27, and you will check that on your finish date, now it is 30. But duration is only 2 days. But how it goes to 30? Because Saturday and Sunday is off days in organizations. Okay. If I am working in a college, this is an organization, and Saturday, Sunday is holiday. But these days are included in your project. Okay. These duration is added, but it will take only 2 days. Duration is 2 days. Start is 27, that is tomorrow, and it will take only 2 days, but there is a Saturday and Sunday that is off, and next day will be included. That is your 27 will be there, 28, 29 is holiday, then there is a 30, that is Monday. Okay, that is included, 30th. Okay, and here it is a Gantt chart. This chart is your Gantt chart. If I will write next, that is requirement. These are the tasks, requirement analysis. Okay, the task that I have divided as a manager, and this analysis will take only 1 day. Okay, this will take only 1 day, but I will go for this task after gathering my requirement, and I will analyze this requirement on 31st only. You will see on this Gantt chart. Wait for a minute. There is a doubt. Okay, analyzing my task after requirement gathering. Okay, So then I have mentioned a date. Duration is only 1 day, means I will take only 1 day to analyze that requirement. And the start date that I will give is 31st, because after gathering your requirement, that is up to 30 of August, then I will go for a 31st, that is analyzing my task. And here on your right side, this is the chart that is drawing by default. That chart is your Gantt chart, this one. Okay, this chart is Gantt chart. If I will click on this task and sorry, and I will join this task with a second task, you will see here that predecessor will be created. Predecessor, this one. Okay. I will again write that requirement analysis has a predecessor, and that predecessor of requirement analysis is your requirement gathering. Okay. I am mentioning that number here, and number of which task? Number 1, and that task is your requirement gathering. And now this requirement gathering will become the predecessor of which task? Requirement analysis task. And here is your arrow will be generated, means task 2, that is requirement analysis, predecessor that will be created is your requirement gathering. Okay. If I will write here another task, that is planning. Okay, then I will go for 3 days, and the start time is after my requirement analysis, and that is 1st of September. Okay, now you will check, there is another graphical representation is there of which task, that is of planning. Okay, and if I want to make a predecessor of this task, planning task, to a requirement gathering, then I will mention here 1. Okay, and the arrow that is shown on your screen is that it is a task, and it is dependent on which task? That is of task 1. Task 3 is dependent on which task? Task 1. And this is the predecessor. This name column is your task, and these tasks will have some durations. It is started on some what date and finish on that date. That will be dependent on your duration. Okay, then there is a predecessor and a successor. Okay, and further we will study for resource name in our next practical, how we will add the resources in our practical. Okay, first of all, the first practical is to